Hi, welcome to Donegal Dad. I'm Mark. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and the bell icon for notifications. Today we're going to be looking at inclines, how I build them, what they're all about, and the theory behind them. So like real railways, model railways don't like inclines. If your incline's too steep, you're going to find that your locomotive is going to lose traction, you're going to get wheel slip, and it just won't be able to pull its load up the incline. Now, what sort of incline you can have on your layout is going to depend on a couple of things. Your space available, what sort of stock you're running. If it's something small like a little shunter, it's not going to be able to pull a great load and it won't go up an incline very well. Something like a newer Hornby with all-wheel drive, better traction, heavier weight will pull more up an incline. Some of the older steam locomotives that are tender driven, they probably won't pull much up an incline. So as you can see, building an incline is going to be on a couple of factors: type of stock you're running and the space available you have to build your inclines. Here you can see I've drawn a couple of mock-ups of inclines. You will find that there's different terminology used for inclines. You'll have it expressed as a ratio, so say 1 to 40. You'll have it expressed as a percentage, or you'll have it expressed as the slope degrees. They all mean the same thing. I'll link a couple of websites below where you can put in the details and it will convert it from a ratio to a percentage to a degree. Now, what size slope you have, you're going to have to do some testing on your stock that you have to see what it can and can't go up. Ideally, you wouldn't want anything less than a 1 in 40 ratio. Most stock will quite happily go up a 1 in 40. But again, this will depend on the stock you have and the space if you have available to have a 1 in 40. So for my layout, I'm using a ratio of 1 to 59, which means for every centimetre I come down, I go across 59 centimetres. Now make sure you're using the same units, so it's always centimetres across or centimetres down, or yards or feet or whatever you want to use, but just make sure they're the same units. How did I come up with a ratio of 1 to 59? Well, I have enough space for my incline. I measured out at 10 metres, which is 1,000 centimetres. It's dropping from a height of 17 centimetres. So I've divided 1,000 by 17 and it's roughly worked out at 59. So I know I can have an incline of 1 to 59. Now, just remember the distance you have available. In my case, I have 10 metres. That distance has to cover you going up and down. Now, in my case, it's going down to the shunting yard where there's a reversing loop. So it's actually going down and up the same incline. If you're building an incline to go over another piece of track, a bridge or something like that, obviously it needs to go up and come back down. So you need to bear that in mind, that you'll have two inclines. So how did I build it? Obviously, if you have a support every 59 centimetres, that's not enough support. It will sag. So by halving this side to give you half a centimetre and halving that side to give you 29.5, so that now means that the ratio stays the same, but it means every 29.5 centimetres I come down half a centimetre, which gives a much more stable incline and better support. So we'll actually look at the physical incline now. So here's a section of the track bed. It's simply made of 9mm ply, and everywhere support goes in, a cross piece of 2x1 gets screwed to it, so the supports can be screwed to that. So here it is in practice. We have our road bed and a support every 29.5 centimetres, and you can see I've marked the supports in millimetres. So I know, so 76 millimetres high here. The next one is 71 millimetres high, which is 5 mils different, which is half a centimetre, and then down to 66 millimetres. So we can see over the 59 centimetre distance, it's dropped a total of 1 centimetre, giving me my 1:59 incline. What you have to remember is when you have curves on an incline, now this is going to be a double track, so this track here going around on the inside is going to be shorter than the track going around on the outside. So what I did in this case is I drew a line through the centre and I used the median to work out the distances. You can see here as it starts coming down to baseboard level how the different thicknesses of wood have gone in to keep it at the right incline. And you can see as it transitions even further, I've used thinner ply here. This is 3mm ply, and that's gradually going down. If you look, I've marked on the baseboards the distance and the height. So as we go around, 3mm, 1mm, 0mm. So it's at this point the track is on the baseboard level. And if you follow it all the way around, you can see it gives an incline back up to the top baseboard level for 1:59. And you can see how much space that has actually taken up. For cutting out these curved sections that I use on the inclines, you can quite simply just get a sheet of ply, draw your circle out and cut it out, but that does tend to waste a lot of wood. So what I've done on here, before I put any of the track down, is I drew out the curve I wanted, and then over the top of that I got some A4 paper, sellotaped it all together, led it over the curve, drew the curve over it again along with the centre line, and then I quite simply just cut that out, and then you have your template for drawing your curve. Now this is a 90-degree curve, so it's a quarter of a circle. So I hope you find that useful, how I do my inclines. If you've got any questions, put them in the comments down below. So please don't forget to like, subscribe and share. And thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.